Okay, class, today we are going to be learning about a revolution and a rebellion that we have not yet learned in history class. And I know this class is mostly based on English, but because we're learning literacy, which is basically all reading and writing, what we're doing now is just trying to figure out how we fit into this narrative, basically. So before we get started on the actual details of this revolution, we're going to work on this do now. So in perpetual pen silently, we're going to work and answer the following question. Have you ever stood up to your parents, your teachers, any other authority figure you can think of, because you felt that an injustice was happening, right? And an injustice is something, anything that you perceive as unfair. This could be maybe siblings getting priority in something, or maybe a teacher calling you out for something you did or didn't do, right? What feelings did that experience evoke or bring out? And what was that outcome? So we're going to be writing. I'm going to start the clock. We have about 5 minutes. We'll keep on this. And again, I'd like to see perpetual pen. So I don't need to see perfect grammar, but what I do need to see is you guys thinking hard. Okay, clock's begun. Thank you. As long as this is enough. You've never been in a situation where someone you've done something unfair. Yeah, but fair enough. Do you have any siblings? Do you know this? Okay, do they sometimes get things that you don't? Yeah. Okay. Can you remember anything in particular? Yeah. Okay, remember about that. We've got about 2 minutes left, guys. See, Perlin came writing a ton of words. This is beautiful. Bell's writing some. Javier going. Less than a minute left, yes. Okay, let's finish up those last sentences. Whatever else you might have on those paragraphs. Okay. I gotta say, compared to the last time we tried Perpetual Pen, this was really, really awesome to see. So I want to use just positive jump over comments for you guys being able to master this standard, because I think it's something that definitely helps us bring out our thoughts, even if it's not as perfect in a grammatical sense. The goal here, and in literacy in general, is to think for ourselves. So, is anyone here willing to share one of their stories? I understand some of these might be personal, and I don't want there to feel any pressure to share, because you guys did write a lot. But is there anyone here who can speak to an experience that they felt disrespected, maybe, or a situation in which there was some injustice? Yeah, Kim.
Why are you running?
When I wrote your name? When did I write your name? For you, on your board? Yeah. So I think as a teacher, one thing that I see all the time, and I feel bad about, honestly, is I think in the hallways this happens, in class this happens. Someone will do something first, right? And then you might do something after. Like you might talk after someone else already spoke to you, and I'll only catch you talking. And I think as a teacher, that's something I always try to work on, like not blaming the person who reacted to a situation, because that always happens, right? I see sometimes in the hallway, like people get in fights, and I only see one person maybe inappropriately touching another person, and they'll just have responded to something else that happened. Teachers, it's hard. It's hard for us to always find out who did what, so I want to apologize in general for times where that happens. Having said that, I'm always here. We can talk after class if you ever do feel like there was some injustice. That's a good one to bring up. Thanks, Ian. Albier, did you have one?
I said no.
That's never happened to you before?
Have I done something? No.
Well, have you ever been in a situation where you think something was unjust or not fair? Not so much? Alright, Jeremy, did you have one?
Yes.
What was your situation?
When my brother got the Reed sneakers,
Yeah.
but actually he was doing bad in school, and my mom bought the sneakers for him instead of me.
Yeah, no, that happens. No, I get it. I think with siblings, this happens all the time. Like, who should get what? I was with my brothers and my dad the other night, right? And my brother is a really good student, like straight A's, perfect scores on his SATs. He's really great, and I was not like that. I'm not a perfect student. I never was. But when we were at dinner, what I noticed was my dad was like hounding him, like he was going to get an A- in one class instead of an A+. And my dad was like getting into it with him, right? And I didn't understand that because my dad never did that to me. You know, I understand that he was trying to get my brother, who's around your age, up to like the potential that he should get at to, right? But I think my brother thought at the moment, like, this is so unfair. I've never seen you yell at me. I've never seen you yell at our other brothers this way. Why are you yelling at me like this? Right? So he thought that was a bad situation. And the way he reacted was, he was very angry. He got upset about it. Perla, do you have one last one?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah?
It was like, when my brother had to share my room, there was only one TV, and I basically was fighting for the TV, because he said it was my turn to watch the TV, and then he was like fighting with me that it was not.
Yeah.
And I basically threw something at him, and then my mom was like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. And then like I didn't, I tried to say a bad word at him, and it was basically my mom, and she grounded me, and I couldn't watch the TV for a week.
Wow. That's a harsh punishment. How did you react?
I think it was unfair, because he was the first who started with it.
Yeah. That's the worst. That's unfair. Okay. So I appreciate all of you guys sharing. I know it's not always easy to share in front of the class, but you guys did a good job. So we're going to move on, but I want to give you guys a choice of what we do today. So we have two things. You know what? We've been working on context clues for a while. Danielle, do you remember what context clues are?
I do, but I don't.
Can you give like So if you had to guess, I don't need a perfect definition, but like
clue from the text.
Yeah, so like when we're using context clues, what are we trying to figure out?
Like, the main idea, like in the text.
Sometimes the main idea for sure, right? What else? Let's say we use context clues, I think, a lot with trying to figure out words we don't know, right? Vocabulary we don't know, but Danielle's right, it's clues from the text. Is that noise bothering you? No? Because it's loud, it's bothering me.
He's ripping my thing off.
Oh, okay. Albert? Sorry, I don't think you realize the Danielle's. Okay. So, we have two options right now. Basically, like I said, we're starting this debate very soon, and I want you guys to be prepared for that. But at the same time, I want you to be able to understand context. So we have two learning targets for today. The first one is I can identify and use relevant evidence in support of a claim. What makes evidence good? When it supports your topic sentence, your thesis, your claim, right? We always want to find relevant evidence. And two, I can use context clues to understand the meaning of unfamiliar vocabulary. So here's the option I'm going to give you guys. We can either do a context clue exercise about the topic that we're about to get. So we basically have a paragraph with an introduction. And we have a lot of words that you probably will not totally understand. Your job, and this could either be your do now or your exit ticket, so up to you, is to try to figure out the meaning of 3 of the words. You get to choose which words, and obviously I know which words you already know, so don't get words like United States or freedom. I know you guys know these words. You can do that independently, or we can start with the reading for this text. Which one would you guys prefer? First one is context clues exercise. That counts as your exit ticket. Again, all you have to do is guess the words, what they mean based on what's in the text. Or, yeah, we should probably start with the context clues exercise, I think. So we're going to start this independently because we've already done this already. And I just want to test you guys to make sure that you've gotten down the context clues. So I'm going to hand this out right now. Danielle, there you go. Jeremy, can you hand these out to the students over there? There you go, Bill. Okay, so we're going to read through this text. I'm going to read through it once out loud, then you guys are going to read through it by yourselves. And you're going to pick 3 words, any words, right, that you want to try and define. You can give her another. Yeah, I'll pick it up. Okay, so with your eyes on the paper, please follow along with me. You can use a pencil, right, and I'm going to read these words out loud. You're going to read it to yourself, and you're going to pick 3 words that you don't totally know, and you're going to try to define them. And in case you were thinking like, oh, maybe Professor K won't notice which word, I have an entire list of words I'm going to give you after to check your work. Okay? So, eyes on the paper, please. Everyone, pencil. If you follow along with the pencil, it will be easier. And I'm sorry for the noise in the back. It's kind of distracting, but if you can bear with me, I'd really appreciate it. So, before the Revolutionary War, the British government ruled the 13 colonies of the United States. After the Revolutionary War, the colonists had to decide how they would govern themselves, right? They just started this new country, they just won this big war, but they didn't know how to start a government, right? They're basically winging this from day one. They don't know what to do exactly. So even though they won the war and gained independence, they gained so much debt that the states and new countries struggled. As people tried to rebuild their lives after the war, some families took loans and started farms. But unfortunately, bad harvests, economic depression, and high interest rates meant that the farmers soon became debtors. Unable to pay back their loans, law enforcement confiscated farms and threw beleaguered families and farmers in prison. Outraged by their treatment, small regiments of rebels began forming across Massachusetts to harass legislature and to highlight their plight. This group of uprisings soon became known as Shays' Rebellion, okay? So there's a bunch of words in here that we haven't encountered before. But based on what we've read, and you're going to read it again, you're going to try to find those 3 words that you want to try and guess what they mean, okay? So pick words that you don't immediately recognize, and we'll stop in 5 minutes to just check where everyone's at. I think a lot of you will have the same words. You can use the highlighters too if you'd like to pick out those words. See, Danielle's picked out their words already. Jeremy's got three. And the spaces on the bottom are for us to guess what the words mean. So you're going to put down the word and the definition for the word. Take the words, these are good words, okay? And you need to put I want you to guess. You don't need to be right. I just want you to guess based on what you're reading. We're going to take about 2 more minutes to write down those words and try to guess what they mean. That's one I thought was good. That's one of the hardest ones. And okay, 1 more minute and then we're going to share out which words we had and we're going to try to come up with some definitions as a group. Because again, we don't need to be exactly right as to what the definition means, but we want to get just an idea of what the sentence means through the word. And in last class, I had 3 different answers for one word, but with those 3 answers, we were able to come up with the actual definition. You know what this means? Yeah. Don't take shortcuts, Ken. Okay, let's take